Hey everybody, Darren Cross here. Welcome to the assignment video for the 3-2 elevator pitch for module 3. So here we're making an elevator pitch. And again, remember that I've requested that you use my template for everything, every assignment that you do. So I've built this template here and I want you to just use this, and I'll reiterate, keep the structure the same, but you do want to change this. So put your name, the name of your product in here, take it out of red, make it black, put your name here in black, put the date here in black. This is just letting you know this is pointing you to things that you can address, okay? So the point of this is to be an elevator pitch, which the way that they conceptualize it is a little bit different from how it's typically conceptualized in the entrepreneurial world. The elevator pitch is typically about 30 seconds to a minute long. And so they're talking about, a 5 to 10 minute presentation. Really, an elevator pitch is how can I get someone interested in my product and the time it takes to do an elevator ride, right? So that's really the concept behind it. But we'll leave it at that. And again, you can do the presentation or you can do the paper. I like presentations. I think they're cool, but I have noticed that students kind of get off track whenever you're doing the presentation. So I think that a paper is the safest way because you can use this template. You just follow the instructions that I have here and you'll be in good shape. So again, this title is exactly what this title is, right? So just once you have this and you have the name of your product here and it's in black and there's no brackets, copy it and put it here. And again, don't add any spaces. People are still thinking, oh, I need it to look like this in between each paragraph. No, don't do that. That is not APA. APA is just the same spacing throughout, all right? You don't have to change the titles, the headings. These are already, they're addressing the prompts. I did change a little bit of this, and I'll talk about it here in a second. But just keep these things the way that they are and address what I'm talking about in here, okay? So the first part is the introduction. And the introduction is basically setting up your presentation or your paper. So really what you want to say is, hey, hello everybody, my name is Darren Cross and I want to introduce to you my product. So my product is a product that helps whoever it helps solve their problem, say what the problem is. There are other problems that really, other products that address this problem, but they're not good because what you have with them is this, that, or the other, the thing that really kind of sucks about the other products. And you say, with my product, you really don't have to deal with that because we approach it differently. What we do is, boom, you're explaining that. You don't need to go into anything else about the company, anything, just get right to the point and say what I'm here to introduce my product. This is what my product does. This is who it does it for. Other products do this, but they're not quite as good because they have this problem. Well, you don't have that problem with us because we do it this way. Okay. Then you want to have a transition sentence. Now, this transitional sentence is going to go at the end. You want to make sure that everything is 3 to 5 sentences. Okay. When I say transitional sentence, when I say transition to a discussion, what I'm really saying is I want you to do that transitional sentence that is something like following is a discussion of, and you can go with the headings. Following is a discussion of how this product fits with the strategic objective and the mission. It's the justification from an ROI and profit standpoint, and how this product actually enhances the mission of the company. So you just said in your introduction what you're going to talk about. Okay. Then when we go into this section, we're going to talk about the things that we said we're going to talk about. Now, how it fits, there are 2 things that we're looking for how it fits. First of all, you're looking for how it fits with the overall strategic mission. And a company's strategic mission is just not to do this noble thing that they're doing for people. So our strategic mission is not to make the world smile. Right? Our strategic mission is what are we trying to do to compete? So when we're thinking about strategic mission, what I want you to do is think about 3 things. Number 1, it is a growth strategy, or is it? They may not be in a growth strategy mode. So if they're not, then you need to identify that. So if you're talking about, ABC Corporation, you could say ABC Corporation is pursuing a growth strategy and they are trying to penetrate the market or differentiate, whatever the Ansoff part of it is, right? So they're pursuing a growth strategy and market development by introducing new products such as this, that, or whatever into into an existing market. Whatever, you have to look at the strategic materials that I provided you in order to conceptualize that. But growth strategy. So what is the corporate level strategy? What is an Ansoff thing? And then you can say, and they're actually competing on the basis of use the Porter's five forces. So are they competing on the basis of price, differentiation? Are they in a focused or narrow market? So this, you can do this in one paragraph, right? 3 to 5 sentences that says the strategy, start by saying what the overall strategy is. The overall strategy is, or ABC Corporation is pursuing a growth strategy using this part of matrix or this part of the Ansoff matrix and this part of Porter's five forces. Make it sound good. Okay. I don't want to give you the exact way to actually do it. Okay. Then the second paragraph is actually focusing on the mission. So say what the mission is. So you want to cite the mission of the company. So Amazon's mission. This isn't just kind of like what you think it is. This is a stated mission. So I want you to. This is one of the few times that you should be quoting. So go ahead and put their mission here. So you can say the mission of Amazon or Walmart or whatever it is as follows. Then you can have a new line, have it in italics, and you can just put what it is, right? And then cite it. Where did you get that from? Then you want to describe how your product fits in with that mission. Oh, I forgot here. Once you say what their overall strategic mission is, then you want to say how your company or how your new product fits in with that mission. And you want to do the same with the regular mission, right? So you want to talk about how your product fits in with their strategic mission as well as with their mission statement. Okay. You can do each of these in one paragraph, 3 to 5 sentences. Don't get off in the weeds. Just here's what their overall strategic mission is. Make sure you go and look at the welcome announcement where I give you all of the resources to help understand what strategy is about. Then, how does my product fit with that? What's their mission? You can get that straight from the company and cite it. How does my product fit with that? Then you want to go into a justification. This is the financial justification. So here we're justifying ROI. ROI means what is the return that we get on the money that we actually invested. So in order to understand that, we have to understand, number one, what did we invest? And number two, what is the return? The return is going to come to us in the form of profit. So really, you're conquering two things at once. In the prompt, they go here and say, that in this part, they say, does it project profitability? We're not going to talk about that down here. We're going to talk about it up here. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, we think that it's going to cost this much in order to get a project like this going. You don't need very much detail. You could just say it's going to cost this much for, developing the product, marketing the product, distributing the product, whatever it's going to be, right? So you can just say what it's going to be. This is an estimation. This is based upon just a quick calculation in your head of what you think it will cost. I'm not going to sit here and say that's crazy. Unless you say that you want to, provide a TV for everybody in the United States and it's only going to cost you $100, right? So you want to kind of approach it in a way that kind of makes sense, right? Then you want to say, okay, what do we expect profit to be in the first couple of years? And then what would the ROI be? So in the first year, if you have to invest $1 million and your profit would be 100,000, you know that your ROI is 10%. And you'd be getting like 10% a year or whatever that might be. Then you want to say whether or not this is in line with what they typically want, right? So you want to just kind of do that quick math. We think that it'll cost this much in order to put this project out. We think that profit in the first year will be this. Maybe you can put the next couple of years, which means that we'll have an ROI of 10%. This is in line, or it's a little bit higher than what they would expect, so they should be pleased, or it's a little bit lower, but in later years, ROI will increase. You've done this succinctly. You've done it, right to the point, but just talking about the expenses of getting this, the profit, which addresses the next part. And then you talked about the ROI, and then you talked about, is it in line with what they would typically expect from a project that they invest in? Now, because we talked about profit here, we're not going to talk about it down here. What we're going to talk about is enhancing the mission. And I'll tell you, I did not design this assignment. If I had, I probably would have done it differently and had a conversation about enhancing the mission up when we were talking about the mission. But I will help you understand the distinction that we're looking for here. What we're saying here is, okay, so we were talking about we fit within the mission up here. So we align with the mission. Hey, they're trying to do this, and this product is cool because it does that. It's in line with what they say they want to do in their mission statement. But now we want to say, okay, how does this actually enhance their ability to do it? So we're thinking about this profit and we're saying, yeah, because we're profiting, this will allow them to expand on what they're doing. This will allow them to grow their ability to actualize what they say in their mission statement, right? So this too will be one paragraph. Don't get off in the weeds. You want to just nail it, okay? Then in your conclusion, you want to do what you typically do, conclude your paper by summing it up. You're going to restate your value proposition and how your product fits within the mission and the strategic mission and how it makes sense from a profit and ROI perspective. This, I say, is 1 to 2 paragraphs, but I think you can do it in 3 to 5 sentences, okay? Really, I think each one of these can be done in 1 paragraph. So I want you to get right to the point, and I want you to focus in on only what we're after, which each one of these, and I want you to not talk about anything that is not required by any part of these prompts. Okay? So as always, if you have any questions at all, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you. You can text me. That's the easiest and quickest way. And then you can text me your question. If I can answer it there, great. If not, then I'll set up a time and we can help you figure out how to get to the finish line with this. All right. So good luck. And if you need me, just reach out.